I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Again, I want to welcome you to graduation ceremony for session 260 and 261. These people have put a lot of work in and accomplished a lot in order to be here celebrate their accomplishments today. So we certainly thank all of y'all for coming out, showing up, and supporting them. I want to take a little bit of time here to welcome some folks. I hope I didn't inadvertently miss anybody as I was walking around. I certainly appreciate you being here. I wanted to shake your hand and tell you how much it means to us. Several of my chiefs and sheriffs and training officers and captains and my adjunct instructors, all those people that make this the program that it is, to have such a big part in what we do. I certainly appreciate you, and I want to personally tell you that, and I want to publicly state that too. So thank you so much, chiefs and sheriffs and training officers, adjuncts, for being here and being part of what you do. I got a mayor that I just met over here, county commissioners, and certainly these people are going to be an integral part of your team when they get back. They'll be your ambassador for your city or your county. We think we're sending you a very good product out there. So thank y'all for showing up and supporting us. Advisory board members, appreciate what y'all do. The support you give us, we just couldn't do without it. So again, I appreciate y'all being out there. I know these people, it makes them feel good to look out there and see a full room and y'all being here taking interest in their accomplishments. I want to recognize a very special group sitting out here though. That's your family members. This is a difficult problem. It's not something they can't do, but it's a difficult problem. These people that's gone through this and have succeeded have had to put in a lot of hard work, a lot of hard study. They've had aches and bruises and cuts and scrapes, and but I also know you family members have gone through a lot too. Because when they were over here with us for 11 weeks, they weren't at home with you. When they were working for us, they weren't working for you. When they were studying for us, they couldn't study on you. So I know you went through a lot in order for them to be successful while they were over here. So I like to tell the family members, you graduated from Police Academy too.
Amen.
It's because you helped them be here. So thank you so much, family members. I want to take the time to recognize the people that you've probably heard something about, the staff members. You probably heard a lot of stories, so I'm going to give you an opportunity to attach some faces to those stories you might have heard. But rather than skip anybody, I want to start on this end of the table here. This is the class president for the 260 session from Albany Police Department, Michael McKellar.
Yes.
Let me ask y'all something. How many of y'all glad it's spring? They don't feel like spring today. They say it might not come the next day or two. They promised me. Yolanda has says it's coming. We know springtime is a time of new beginnings. It's the time for things to spring up and grow. We hope we planted some seeds and we've watered them and got these folks going. We've got y'all some good seedlings. We count on y'all to make them grow and get strong. But with the theme of new beginnings, the next person we want to introduce here is the coordinator for the 260th session, James Ellis. Bring new beginnings because he told me not to tell anybody, but I hear from a lot of people out in the crowd and his classmates that a lot of y'all already know this is James's last day with us. He's going to leave the training arena and he's going to go back into the field. So there's a new beginning in store for him. And we thank him for his contributions and we wish him the best in his new endeavors.
Amen.
Next to him in the middle is our supervisor, Captain Bob Quaylar.
Yes.
Captain Quaylar pretty much oversees all the operations of the academy here, so he's got a big part in both sessions. Next to him, Lieutenant Michael Cox. He's the coordinator for the 261st session. And at the end, from the Lowndes County Sheriff's Department, 261st.
Yes.
Jonathan Lee.
Yes. Woo!
Now, I did this in reverse order for you people that have been to quite a few of these. I usually start with my ladies down front because they are the backbone of our organization. They want to make sure everything's in place, everything happens when it's supposed to. First, I want to introduce our secretary, Ms. Claire Halton.
Yes.
And before you get up, Jane, just sit there just a second. I told y'all about new beginnings and all. This is Miss Jean Hightower's last graduation for a completely different set of reasons. Jean started here back in 1989. I did a little math this morning. She's been here for 6,178 basic students. She did all her paperwork. She entered everything, kept up with the grades, kept up with her training records. I don't know how many thousands of veteran officers, whether it be in-service classes, intermediate, advanced. It's got to be in the millions of phone calls, text messages, things like that. Jean has been the backbone of the police academy here in Tipton, from what's called the AVAC Police Academy, to the South Georgia Police Academy, to the Regional Police Academy in Tipton, to the Dade Georgia Public Safety Center Tipton. I've had the pleasure of working with her going on 17 years. For the last 6 years, I've been privileged to be the director or manager over here. I want to say publicly that whatever success that I've been able to attain, I owe a great deal of that to Jean Hightower. She's my rival, and I'm gonna miss you. I didn't think that was going to be hard for me to do, but it was. Later on, we're going to do something a little more private with it. I know most of you people, I know every one of y'all out there knows she. And I know she don't mind me saying this, if she could ever help you in the future, don't hesitate to call her. Now, the reason y'all are here are to recognize these people and their great accomplishment. They don't want to hear me talk. They've heard me for a while. They're tired of hearing me. I do want to share one thing with you, though. Most of these people, when they go back to their home agency, will have a formal swearing-in ceremony. Some of them will have a formal badge pinning ceremony. This over here is kind of semi-formal. They hadn't had a lot of fun. We want today to be a fun event for them. You family members, if you want to come down to the front when yours walks across, if you want to get pictures, if you want to video, you come on down. If they get going too fast, we'll slow them down. If you want to hoop, holler, if you want to turn flips, you can do that. They've worked hard for this, and they deserve it. And with that said, let's get started.
Would the 260th graduating class of the Georgia Public Safety Training Center, Tifton, please rise? From the Adel Police Department, Matthew L. Bryan.
Yes. Yes.
From the Douglas Police Department, Larry S. Carter, Jr.
Yes.
From the Decatur County Sheriff's Office, Robert E. Green, Jr. This next presentation will be a special presentation by the student's father, by Deputy Chris Hill of the Decatur County Sheriff's Office. Graduating also from the Decatur County Sheriff's Office, Chris G. Hill, Jr.
Yes. Yes. Ah, nice.
From the Georgia Public Safety Training Center, Tifton, Eric N. Hughes.
Yes.
From the Georgia Public Safety Training Center, Tifton, Justin B. Kelly.
Yes.
From the Pelham Police Department, Adam Y. Lamb.
Yes.
From the Albany Police Department, Michael, also class president, Michael B. McKellar, Jr.
Yes.
For the Georgia Public Safety Training Center, Tifton, Dustin O. Peak.
Yes.
From the Albany Police Department, Marquise J. Robinson.
Yes. Yes.
From the Pierce County Sheriff's Office, John J. Smith.
Yes.
From the Thomas County Sheriff's Office, Joshua C. Smith.
Yes.
From the Waycross Police Department, Tyler J. L. Westcott.
Yes. Yes.
From the Georgia Public Safety Training Center, Tifton, Jacqueline F. Yarbrough.
Yes.
Let's get to 260th graduating class.
Yes.
Will the 261st graduating class of the Georgia Public Safety Training Center, Tifton, please rise? From the Valdosta Police Department, Gary L. Bennett.
Yes. Yes.
From the Brooks County Sheriff's Office, Chad A. Ellis. From the Valdosta Police Department, Trey K. Gandy.
Yes.
From the Georgia Public Safety Training Center, Tifton, Christopher L. Goff.
Yes.
From the Lowndes County Sheriff's Office, Thomas C. Hopkins.
That's Brown people.
County bound.
From the Lowndes County Sheriff's Office, Dustin C. Icahart.
Yeah.
From the Cordele Police Department, Shawana M. King.
Yeah. Yeah.
From the Sylvester Police Department, Paul N. Klein. You want to back up? From the Moultrie Police Department, Alba M. Luna.
Yeah.
It's like traffic control. From the Coffee County Sheriff's Office, Jamie N. Quinn. Back up. From the Valdosta Police Department, Donald M. Richmond II. From the Darney County Sheriff's Office, Sylvester E. Smith, Jr.
Yeah.
Smith. From the Valdosta Police Department, Christopher R. Suarez.
Yeah.
Greg Neat. In Columbia.
From the Valdosta Police Department, Christy L. Tabasula.
Yeah.
From the Cordele Police Department, Alberto C. Viteri.
Yeah. She like you.
From the Georgia Public Safety Training Center, Tifton, Brandon E. Walker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Back up. From the Lowndes County Sheriff's Office, also Session 261's class president,
Yeah.
Jonathan L. Williams.
Yes! Woo, yes, yes!
She needs you back up. Gotcha.
Oh, you're so cute. Wow. That's mama, baby.
Let's give Session 261 another round of applause.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, now we'll present the special awards. We're going to start with the obstacle course. The obstacle course is something I think after the first time that they run it, they wish they never would have. They run it 3 times during the 11 weeks, and on the 3rd time, they have to fire a weapon. Now, they start their obstacle course having to go through a little gully, go over an 8-foot wall, up a hill, through a window, over some railroad ties, and then back down a hill under a clothesline. And then the most dreaded part of it all is having to cross a pit of water over a log. We've only had 3 students, I think in the past 3 sessions that have, didn't quite make it over the log. We were successful here. Once they cross the logs, they have to go through a low crawl and then a serpentine. And then they have to knock down 3 steel targets. They get 6 rounds to do that in. For 260, we have Michael B. McKellar from the Albany Police Department with a time of 1:03:69.
Amen. That's a blessing, yeah. Ooh. Amen. Awesome.
For session 261, we're kind of proud to give this award out for the obstacle course and the time that he ran it in, because the record, the fastest time was from session 213, and we're at session 261. The time that he had to beat to set the new course record was 56 seconds, a little over 56 seconds.
Jesus.
With a time of 55:47 from the Georgia Public Safety Training Center, Tifton, was Brandon E. Walker.
Oh my God. Jesus. John got slow. John got slow. 2 seconds. He beat John by 2 seconds. He beat John by 2 seconds. Yeah.
Good job, boy. Good job.
Yes.